I'm here with my man Turkish. We've just witnessed Arsenal 5, Bolton 1, Carabao Cup. Went as you expected?
Yeah, I expected goals, light work. We rotated, but it's Bolton at the Emirates at the end of the day. I expect us now in the fourth, fifth year since Arteta's been in to have a squad capable of challenging on multiple fronts. So it's good to see. It was a welcomed fixture. I think, Bolton, there's some Premier League heritage there. They used to be a bogey team for us 20 years or so ago. They've been out of the league for how long now? So it was a good fixture in that sense. Obviously, they're not the team or anywhere close to the team they was then when they used to cause us problems. But
those JJ Okocha days are well and truly gone, bro.
Yeah, one of many during those times. Allardyce actually had a team that could mix it up a little, play a bit of that, target man stuff and the sweet stuff. But yeah, home fixture against Bolton. And a chance for us to rotate, a chance for us to rest players, a chance for us to give some players a chance, and everything ticked off. No injuries, no new injuries. That's all it was about. Go through. I know the draw is going to be done real soon, and so by the time this interview's out, we'll probably know who we've got in the next round. Hopefully, it's another favourable draw at home. By favourable, I just mean home, because I don't mind City in the next round either. But we can talk about it.
That's big talk. But listen, like the Americans like to say, we did tonight what we were supposed to do. Comfortable win. Any standout players for you today?
Nwaneri is probably the standout. Not probably, he is the standout. But in terms of anyone else, I think Nwaneri took the shine today. First start for us. He's had a few cameos over the last couple of years, starting with Brentford, breaking the Premier League record. A lot of hype, a lot of expectation, and he comes into the season back up to Odegaard essentially, and with Odegaard out now, and a couple players tried, tested there. Havertz, I think, for one, Trossard for a couple. A good debut here. Could go a long way for him this season, and a good debut is exactly what he had. He had neat touches littered throughout the first half, and then he got his goal. And then in the second half, again, neat touches littered throughout. Nice turns, always wanting the ball, always getting into space, passing, moving. It was refreshing. He's got a bit of Odegaard about him in terms of the way he receives the ball and the way he turns on the ball. But he's got a bit of like a Emil Smith-Rowe about him as well in terms of the way he gets into the I don't know. It's just it's a nice little mix to see. So I think definitely the standout for me, because what these games are for is the young players to show up. It's for the players on the fringes to show up. And I think if we're talking about the Leicester on the weekend and has anyone knocked on the door for a start, I think he's done more than knock on the door. When you consider that position and you consider we're home against a newly promoted side, I think you start him. I think he was man of the match today. He is a gem. And I think now we've got a chance. Now we're going to 2-3 home games, Champions League, PSG, Leicester, Southampton in the league, where he can get minutes. He can be given a chance. I'm not saying rely upon him, because that's not what I want to do. We cannot rely upon a 17-year-old going up against City for a league, trust me, or any competition. But we're in a position where we're light there, and we're in a position where we've got a gem coming through. So against Leicester, I'd start him, man of the match today.
You'd start him against Leicester, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that's a wild take, do you?
No, not really. I mean, you have some more experienced players who might be expecting a nod. Trossards and people like that, for example. So for Nwaneri to, in effect, leapfrog them, that's a big team. That's a big call.
Yeah. Listen, Trossard's worked hard in the 10, in the 1.5 games he got, but he hasn't made it his own, or he hasn't, performed to a level where we're like, all right, he should be the one starting this weekend against Leicester. So for me, I think Nwaneri, why not? That should also increase the fire and competition there in other players to step up and get another chance and so on. So I think, look, Trossard might start there. I'm happy with that too. Nwaneri can come off the bench. But I just think it's Leicester at home. I expect to dominate possession. And, with Nwaneri, with better players around him, better players in front of him, he might even perform better than he did today.
Okay, yeah, that's certainly a good point you make there. Let's talk about another player on the fringes. He made his full start today in front of the Emirates crowd. Raheem Sterling, how did you assess his performance today?
Quiet for the first half an hour, I'd say. But then when he kind of got that assist, he really grew into the game. That 5-minute period after that assist, he was on the ball, he was beating his man. And to be honest, he was causing problems. He could have got an assist in there in the first half as well. So a mixed bag for his first start, but he got a goal, he got an assist, so he's off the mark. So I'm expecting that moving forward we see a better Raheem now, because the two cameos weren't great today. I think, like I said, a mixed bag, but he got a goal, he got an assist. Now, what did you do moving forward from here? Because I don't think we brought in Sterling to beat Bolton in the League Cup. We brought him in to provide some quality to the attacking third in the big boy competitions, Premier League, Champions League, and so on. So decent start for him, because he got a goal, he got an assist, he caused problems. It's refreshing to have a player that can run in behind like he does. We didn't get the best out of him enough. I think he made a few runs that weren't spotted and a few passes were overhit. But it's nice to see, because it's only him and Martinelli that can really do that, and Martinelli hasn't really been doing that this season. So that's the refreshing part of his start. But yeah, has he done enough to start on Saturday? In isolation, off the back of the performance, I wouldn't say amazing performance he starts. But when you know that the left-hand side has been a problem in terms of the attacking side. We know Martinelli works hard defensively, but the attacking side, maybe he has done enough. Maybe Leicester is the perfect chance to start him after a goal and an assist. So maybe he's the next one behind Nwaneri to potentially knock on the door. But for me, it was a good debut.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He certainly puts himself in contention. Like you said, he got an assist and a goal, and he looked sharp pretty much throughout the game. So yeah, I would agree with you on that. Just talking in terms of the competition, and we spoke about this when we did the stream tonight. How seriously do you think Arsenal will take this competition? And it probably doesn't rank high up on their priorities in terms of the 4 competitions they can go for, but in terms of how you want to see the season play out, how seriously should we take it?
I don't ever get that question. Like, people talk about how serious do you take competitions, but what does that mean?
I mean, in terms of playing strong sides. There has been that criticism levelled at the manager.
Yeah, but you don't play strong sides in the League Cup. That'd be silly. Well, so you play strong sides in every competition. You don't do that. So the question answers itself. It's the least of the priorities this season. It's the starter to the main course. You know my thoughts on it. No disrespect, it is a trophy. But at the end of the day, we know that we haven't come this far to this point to be leaving happy with just the League Cup. So that, in this competition, I expect rotation. Do I expect that if we were to go out because of rotation, that's because we threw it away? No. It depends who you get in the draw. It's the luck of the draw that counts in cup competition. So how seriously do we take it? We rotate. That's it. I don't know how serious people will deem rotation. Obviously, when you get to the semi-final, you go stronger, I guess. But like I said, even semi-final, final is still the starter to the main course. So I don't think you ever really take a big risk with this competition if you are light, and we are light. Let's not forget that.
And just finally, a word to Jack Porter, 16-year-old, making his debut tonight. How do you think he did, and what do you think the future is for him?
Didn't have to do much, if I'm honest with you. First half, I don't remember him. Bolton had a couple chances they blazed over, probably should have got on target, but they didn't, so he didn't have to do anything with it. And aside from that, second half, they went through one-on-one. He got put down, and just in the last second, he caught a cross, and it was a good cross into a dangerous position where there was a lot of bodies, and a 16-year-old keeper comes out and claims a cross. That's probably the best thing he done all game. Referee blows the full-time whistle, and off he goes. 16 years old, big moment for him. Wasn't tested. Guess that's a blessing. And he starts in the game. Arsenal 1-5-1. This is what. When people think I disrespect people think I see no value in the League Cup. They don't understand. Like I said,
I don't know why they would ever say that.
Yeah, because people ask me about priorities like you have just done. Like, the League Cup isn't the Premier League, it isn't the Champions League, it isn't the FA Cup. But what the League Cup does is allow you to see a Nwaneri, it allows you to see a Lewis Skelly who was good. It allows you to see Calafiori at centre back for the first time, or Kivio who hasn't had minutes come on, or whoever we're talking about, Porter in goal. That's the beauty of the League Cup, in my opinion. So we continue as is. Has the draw been confirmed yet? Does anyone know? No, it hasn't been confirmed.
Well, you did say you want City.
Yeah, I'll take City because the hype is there now. The rivalry is there, so it'll spice it up a little bit. Is it the hardest draw? Of course it is, but so what?
And we move.